Good morning and good day. All right, well, the live chat is just being annoying. There we go. Okay. Dear Heavenly Father, thank you for another day, and thank you that we can come into the markets and do some trading. Father, I thank you so much for your goodness, your kindness, your grace, and your mercy. I thank you for all of your provisions. I thank you for friends and for family. And I ask that you would grant us wisdom, discernment, and good discipline, good trading skills to execute some trades in the market today. I ask this in the name of Yeshua. Amen. All right, let's go check the news. We're going to have a bit of a shorter session today. I'm going to go on a bit of a field trip with the family later today. So we got to get going. Trump announces soybean trade agreement with China. That was an hour ago. And then we got nothing else. Nothing else high impact today. For us, just a couple of yellow folders. A couple CAD things, and then there was Empire State Manufacturing on the dollar at 8.30. I feel like that one used to be an orange folder. Yeah, I feel like that used to be an orange folder. I guess it's not anymore. Okay, well, we're going to just get right to it. It's quite the topping pattern we've got here on the 1 minute chart. Just straight up, straight back down. So let's go look at the daily and see where we're at. Well, we are starting to break below all this consolidation. We finished off yesterday at the bottom of that consolidation, and today we're breaking clear below it all. So if that candle holds below, we could be in for a couple more days of trend. And this was a really kind of like a slow start, and then it's accelerating. It's currently accelerating to the downside on the daily. So I want to be on the short side for sure. And then here's the hourly. All those hours, it was kind of grinding for a bit. And we had this one little burst down and a step sideways, and now it seems like we're starting to gain some momentum. Here's that big topping type pattern we just saw on the 1 minute chart. That's the hour. We'll just go down to the 5 minute, and then here's that big topping type pattern. And so I think probably be good just to stay to the short side, at least for the most part today, until we see some other big changes. We're starting out at 256.33. Yesterday I took a loss, 2% hit, and I think we were at like 340 or something yesterday. So I took a hit, made some back. Gonna have to make it, well, we'll just see what we can do today. There's no getting it back, there's just going forward from here. Okay, just putting some lines on the chart to trade off of. Still got my 17 pip take profits on. I'm currently just refining, just trying to finish up my new trading rules, my new little document to keep me on track. If I'm being like as honest as I possibly can with myself, I just still have not been perfectly consistent, and I need to up my consistency, and where I just don't change any little bit about my trading. So as I finish up that document, I think I'll have it done by the weekend, and I also have a new contract, personal accountability contract. We were at 256. I'm just looking at where we're starting today so I can see what we're making. And so I think I'm going to have a fresh start next week. I think I'm also going to get a new account for us to trade in, so I'm not trading this butchered account, but I'll attach this one on the back end so it's trading in the background. So hopefully have a new account, new contract, new trading roles, and a fresh start next week. Start of ultra consistency. So hopefully when I have that stuff ready, I'll share it with you on Monday. But for now, I'm just gonna be as consistent as possible during this session and start working, exercising the discipline. Good afternoon, Vin. Doing pretty good, thanks. Hey, good to see you. Glad to have you in. Made some green, then lost it all last hour when it went up, then came back down. Oh, that's too bad. Well, hopefully you can find another good trade and get that back. There's nothing to get back, though. What's gone is gone. There's nothing to get back. There's just good trades going forward. How have you been doing? Glad to have you in. I'm going to have to be a little bit quicker, shorter session today. Me and the family are going on a bit of a field trip today, so we'll finish up in about an hour. maybe about 45 minutes from now. I was just telling all the viewers of this video about my new trading plan, refined trading plan, and refined rules, and I'm just making a new personal accountability contract also. I'm going to start fresh next week and hopefully start with a new account that isn't butchered like this one. So I've had a good revelation about how I have to trade, just simplifying my system even more, keeping it way more simple than I've made it, and then just following it perfectly. And I'm just trying to level that up right now. Simplified system and more consistent than I've ever been. So I'm kind of looking forward to next week to start fresh. Yeah, thanks. It should be good. Just going to a museum, just a local museum. But it's with a homeschool group, so there'll be a bunch of other homeschoolers. Hey, can you hear me? How's the audio? I mean, you must have been hearing me to some extent. I'm just hoping that your audio is good again. I think I remember you saying that I think you fixed it because your YouTube default settings were off by a little bit or something, or they're only on half. Just missed the target again. Just got into a second trade. Looks like I nailed the top of that trade perfectly. I shorted it and it immediately popped down. See if we get the target. Oh, just missed the target. Come on. That was pretty crazy. There we go. Got it. That was probably one of the craziest trades I've ever placed. Grab the top of that little wick and then immediately just shorted. It came down right away. That was pretty cool. That's a good start. Well, it's taken 24 minutes to get that first trade off. We've got Empire State Manufacturing in about 5 minutes. Forex Factory says it's a yellow folder these days. I remember it always used to be in an orange folder. Okay, looks like we're starting to head back up for another shorting opportunity. Very slowly. Okay, getting really close to being able to hit that next short position. Any little more, any push up and I'll get into it. It's looking like I just missed it. Starting to trigger a mini little 3-bar reversal to the downside. Yeah, it looks like we're going to get that 3-bar reversal trigger. There it is. So we broke this little candle right here that's given the trigger. If it pops up, I'll still take the short. I just want it to pop up enough to closer up to that red line where that trade landed perfectly at it. I'm gonna just pull up the trading history because that was crazy. Yeah, like I landed that trade perfectly. I'm going to just bring this line up just a little so we can, that target will take a little less profit to gain a little more probability by hitting that target before it needs to break those lows. So it'll take maybe like a 1.5 pip profit rather than 2, but it's a much higher probability. Okay, one more pop up to here. We'll get into another short. Right there. Looks like we're not getting that second trade in yet. Got a solid bar close to the downside. And it seems like the volatility is just picking up a little bit on this one candle. Well, at this rate, we're not going to get many trades on. It is still moving pretty slow. Getting ready for that to pop up to get another trade on. What the? that arrow? It's not letting me grab it anymore. There we go. Yesterday, I felt like I got stuck in just a really wrong location position, and I feel like it's starting to happen again right here. So I might want to try and reposition. Well, we'll just leave it for now. I feel like it's going to be getting me out of position, in a bad position. Oh, but now it looks like it's going to break, so let's hold on to it. Okay, there we go. Starting to get that break down right at the moment. Excuse me for a sec. I just need to take a quick. All right, we got that target, the second one, and now the strong break is coming in. Let's go see if there's any reason to buy. We're right at one little support point, so let's see if we can blow through it. If we can blow through it, we'll grab buys a little bit lower, but for now, let's just hold. If we get a little pop up, we can short it though too. So get ready. If we get a pop higher, we'll short it and try and go with the energy. Okay, there's not much going on with this breakdown at the moment. It is just slow. Gonna try and get in here and snipe a trade out. Okay, we're just starting to get enough room in here. I'm gonna squeeze. Okay, there's our first trade on for the downside after the breakout. We'll get into another one up here. And that target is inside that pivot low, so it's a pretty good spot for the first target. We might get a trigger to go to the upside right in here as we're closing to the bullish side right there, but we'll see if we get a bit of a leg up. This should be a good spot right on that line for it to try and get to test the breakout point. So we broke down. Now maybe come up, maybe we test here, maybe we don't, but this is usually a good spot to test the breaking point. And there's a target hit. That was a good trade. Oops. So we wait again. Well, that breakdown is just continuing to grind and press down. So we'll see if we can get another entry. Here's some energy coming back into the buy side right now. But it is really small movements. So we've got another opportunity right here to short at. Can get something in here if we get a pop up. And then, yeah, that should be good. We can get right in right there. Perfect. And then we'll get another one up here if it continues up. So we'll get into 2 trades in here. If it pops all the way up into here, we'll get into 4. And then we'll get into 8 somewhere up in here and 16 right. I gotta just shift this up just above that last line. That will be our stopping point if it were to shoot all the way up. Just want to be just outside of these pivots all through here. If it were to shoot straight up, it's very unlikely to do that. That's why the stop loss is where it is, so that it does not likely get hit. But getting my finger on the trigger, getting ready. If we get that pop to that line, we get into 2 more shorts. Okay, there's that spot, so I'm going to get into 2 trades right there. Just the perfect spot. And those targets are coming in just before the low, right on those bodies. So that's a really good spot. All right, 5 minutes to the top of the hour. I may have to make this the last trading iteration, depending on how the next 10 minutes go. Hopefully as we get into the new hour, we just see a good bunch of volatility for a few minutes and we can knock these trades out, or maybe it goes up a bit more and we can get a couple more layers in. Either way, hopefully there's enough volatility to get out in 5 to 15 minutes or so. If we can get a little bit more of a pop, I can start getting into that layer of 4 trades. And maybe we can, I actually would like it if we pop up for the next minute or two and get that layer on and then get a bit of a reversal as the hour rolls over. That's a very common pattern for the market, so that would be a good thing. Okay, just rolled over into the new hour. Let's see if we get a little bit of movement. All right, there's that layer taken out. Just because we're only in 2 layers, I can either take this loss here or for a break even, or we can just let it go. I think because we're in the new hour, we'll just let it travel at least a little bit more. Hopefully we can get enough volatility to take it down. So that's the first candle in the breakdown. So we had this little consolidation over the 8 or however many minutes, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 minutes. And then we've got 1 candle. Usually we get 2 to 3 candles of follow through. So we'll see if we can get just a little bit more push down over the next couple candles. If it pushes up a little bit more, I can start getting back into that layer. Got this little ledge right over here. It seems to be what we're bouncing off of right now. I'm gonna get into, pops up just a bit more. I'm gonna get into another. Okay, right there. So there's that trade's coming in right on the entry of the other order. So I'll get into one more if it pops up a bit more. Right in there. So now we've got that layer of 2 on. And now if it comes down again, we can also just close out and not have to wait for it to come down and hit that target. We would still make money. Well, it's a pretty good pop on that candle. There's definitely some action coming in right now. That candle's moving around quite a bit. So I'm getting ready to go in 4 if it pops up here. 4 trades up in this zone. And 8 trades up in this zone, probably a little bit higher than there. Something like that. And if we can just hit those targets, we can also just call it a day. More just because I gotta get going. So we'll give it a few more minutes, and whatever happens, we'll just have to go. But you know the plan. Be entering into more here, and it'll be, if we can get a layer of 4 in and get some profits on that, then we can just reduce the layer size and make some money even without the market going all the way back down. I will start to fade into that layer of 4 just up in here. Kind of like scatter the layer a little bit. Just getting ready to start adding just a little bit into this layer. I'm just getting ready if it pops up. But it might just kind of bend over where it's at too. Okay, we got a 3-bar reversal right in there. So we had the apex candle on this candle right there. We had a break and a close below that candle, even though a close, well, it's right on that red line, but either way, it's a 3-bar reversal off of this candle, so that's a good signal to have a short, at least another couple bars of heading to the downside. Seems like it might have got stuck. Try and refresh that. Five minute. 1 minute. It's stuck. Okay, well, my chart is stuck at the moment. Oh, we may have just lost signal just for a sec there. Okay. All right, we're moving again. So for today, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just see if I can move this one up just a little. I'm gonna modify that. I just want to move this little take profit, or the take profit up to where this line is, so that they're in the same spot. So that's this order. Or no, sorry, we've got this, the bottom, this is the middle one. Yeah, it's this one. So we're gonna bring up the take profit and modify that. And we're gonna also get a short in here. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, so I got those two targets right lined up beside each other. So now this bottom target, I'm gonna move it up into a loss situation, loss scenario, but I would rather the market take it out on my take profit as a pretty much a tiny little loss, rather than because I just want it to, we're gonna net profits if we hit that. I don't want it to have to break down below this point, mostly because I gotta get going. I believe it's still gonna go down from there, but I just wanna set it up so that it's triggering out as sooner than later. And if we can get some profits on this layer of 4, we were at 256, wasn't it? Or was it 258? How many trades did we land? We landed 1, 2, 3, $6. So yeah, we were at 256. Or right about 256. So as we take some profits in here, we'll take a couple losses as well, and then we'll see if we can still come out profitable somewhere in this range. If we can head down and get that layer off, that should equal profits right in this zone, because it's a heavier stack up here. So we're at 261. I believe if we can just get down to here, we'll be ahead. I'm going to just stretch this one target down just a little bit, because we should be able to get down to here pretty easily. Okay, we got definitely something coming into the market. Oh, we just missed that target that I just moved. So hopefully we just get a little follow through. 261. See, there's the profit coming in right now. So we're going to close out for a loss there. That one. As those trigger out, we're going to take a loss on the others. So we took a couple wins right there, and we took a loss on that one. And as that triggers out, take a loss off the bottom. If we get one more push down, see, we're actually already profitable. We're profitable right here. I just want to see if I can get just a tiny bit more follow through to get this into a smaller loss position. But if it didn't, I could reallocate the money back up here now for pretty much a perfect wobble. And we will do that too. See, we're only in one trade position, so if it pops up a bit more, we'll get into another trade right here. Right into, as it's pushing up into there. See, now we're only in 2 positions, and they're located well. So if we're to get one more push down, we're going to be profitable, even if it comes to right here. We could take a pip of profit right in here, and then we'd be even better off. Okay, I'm going to set up that scenario. So we're going to move this target right up to here. So now we've cut that in half. So that'll only be a pip of profit. But if we can get that pip of profit, we'll take this for a pip of a loss. And then we'll still be netting wins. As this pushes up, I'll just fade into a few more positions. One more push up, and I'll start getting into that layer of 4 again. Okay, just need, now we only need to move to there and we'll still be in profits ahead. And we started down here too. So this is a good example of using the wobble technique to make profits while the market is going against you. I was hoping to just close out. I can't believe I didn't get a tiny bit more of a push there, but that was a good candle to at least get some profit. Oh, maybe we're almost going to get there now. So we were at 261 before we took the losses here. It is really, these are really little moves. Super little. If it pops up a little bit more, I'll start fading into more short positions, but I'm going to have to get going. As soon as we hit that, we're in profits. We are already in profits right now. But you can see that as the market's heading up, if you wobble and time things really well, you can still make profits shorting while the market's going up against you. So that's all I'm trying to demonstrate. We're just about to hit that right now. I'm gonna add right in here. Just super slowly. Okay, I don't think I'm gonna have time to let it hit there, but you can see if it hits there, we'll be well in profits for the day. Okay. I'm patiently waiting, trying to get those targets to hit, but I don't have the time to keep waiting anymore, so I will let you guys go. Thank you very much for coming in. If you do like this, I would just appreciate if you like and subscribe. It's good for both of you and me for the algorithms. And have a fantastic weekend. See you back on Monday, 8 a.m. for the rest of next week. It's going to be a good week next week. So have a good weekend. Thanks for coming in, and see you next week.